Hey, this is Tom from Dominion Outdoors, and today we're going to look at the Savage Axis, and more specifically we're going to take a look at the trigger, because one of the complaints that I hear about this gun from customers and what I've experienced is that although the gun's a really good value, the trigger is really heavy. It probably comes with about a 6, maybe 7 pound trigger pull from the factory, and it doesn't come with their AccuTrigger. So I'm going to show you how I made my trigger lighter, for what it's worth, just so I can share this with you, and you can do with it what you want. So what we do here is, first of all, take out these 2 screws. To take the stock and trigger assembly away from the barrel. Put those aside for now. The barrel simply separates from the stock, like so. And there you have your gun apart. It's very simple. So here you can see the trigger assembly. You can get it right in close on that. And all we're going to do is we're going to take this spring right there, and we're going to cut 1 coil off of that spring. That spring right there is what determines the trigger weight. So this isn't very technical at all. So what we want to do to remove the trigger from the rest of the assembly is simply take out this pin. There it comes. We'll also push this pin out of here. That pin comes out very nicely. And now we have access to the trigger and that spring that I showed you before. Now be careful here that you don't take too much off. I'm going to start with 1 coil. So once you've taken about a coil or maybe a coil and a half of spring off of the trigger will be easier to pull. You're going to have taken about 2 pounds off the trigger by doing that. If you put it back together, it's really quite simple. So now after about a minute of assembly, putting the pieces back together, there are only about 5 pieces that you take out. The spring is cut down 1 coil. The trigger is easier to pull. And there's a quick job on how to make the Savage Axis trigger a little bit lighter, a little bit more accurate.